The title, Recipe for Business Success, really came about in 1999 when the company I was leading had been on Inc. magazine's 500 fastest growing private companies list for the third year in a row. A business editor asked me, so how hard is it to create this much success over that many years? And trying to paint him a picture I thought he would understand, I said, it's really like baking a cake. If you get the ingredients and the execution correct, success is easier to attain and sustain. The reason we've been this successful is because we have a great business recipe.
Why is Kurt qualified to help people heat up their business? Kurt has over 30 years of successful national and international business creation and leadership experience. He has helped launch over 45 new businesses. He has commercialized over 250 new products worldwide, and he's assisted hundreds of businesses in nearly every industry.
He knows how to identify with the audience. He knows that all of us come from different backgrounds and different kinds of businesses. He made it a story that we could all understand and figure out how to apply to our own businesses.
I thought today's format was very engaging. It was informative, it was casual, it was instructional, but it was enjoyable. It was compelling. It got across a lot of information that is kind of difficult to absorb in a very stiff format. So Kurt's delivery and presentation was very enjoyable.
And it's a pretty simple analogy, and everybody would get the baking piece, but when it comes to business, people mess this up almost every single time because they don't look at it in this way. They're working in their business every day. They don't ever take the time to get out and work on it and look at it from 30,000 feet, so they don't see it as an entire recipe. This seminar is really for any type of business. So whether you're a 50-year-old, $100 million business or a business you're just trying to get started, this seminar deals with the fundamentals of making any business successful.
The basic ingredients that Kurt talks about are so critical to the success of an organization, and many times, you know, I've been in business for probably 30 years, you forget some of them. So I think the principles are there, they're very clean cut, they're very clear. Us as managers, we got to look at them, we got to refresh ourselves on them, and we've got to go out every day in our daily business lives and live with them.
The recipe for business success is for any business executive, whether you're starting a new business or leading an 80-year-old Fortune 1000 company.
When you start a company, that's all you think about is the customers. And as companies get bigger and bigger and bigger, you think more and more and more about processes, procedures, controls, and internal, to the point where you get to have such a large company. I've heard the quote in large company conference rooms where they say, if it wasn't for those darn customers, we'd get something done. Now think about the travesty in that statement. Your business is about your customers. When it stops being about your customers and about the internal controls, you have a problem with your focus.
Kurt will show you how to assemble the ingredients and execution capabilities necessary to grow highly successful businesses in this entertaining and thought-provoking seminar.
This is not your typical talk, listen, take a nap, catch up on your email kind of seminar. When you get done at 3 or 3:30 in the afternoon, you're going to say, wow, where'd the day go? So if all 5 of you here are on my team, I have to figure out what makes you tick, what makes you tick, what makes you tick, and so forth. I got to figure out, you know, is what really makes you tick money, only money, more money, okay? And if yours is technology, and you're an engineer, and you really want to work in a lab that's got the latest and greatest technology, and you're already okay with what you make, then my job is to figure out, well, how do I get you what you want? And if I can do that for all of you, then I can get more out of all of you. People come into the day thinking they've got a successful business or a successful business idea, one that really has the right recipe. But what they learn over the course of the day is that maybe their fit is a little wrong. They don't understand their position in the market, or their team is a little out of balance. And they end up getting a C or even a D on their report card. And the light bulb comes on and they think, wow, there are a lot of areas I can improve that I didn't realize I had.
Unlike many theoretical programs, Recipe for Business Success attendees will leave with a report card on your business recipe, actionable items, and an extensive workbook designed to create immediate impact.
It's just like in baking. I can't just throw things together and expect them to work out well. There is a recipe for success. You can't just have a good idea. You have to put them together in the right format, and that's what this seminar taught me.
So here you're growing up and you're Johnny, and your mom makes you chocolate cake, and it's about 1.5 inches thick, and you've been eating it, and you're up about 8 years old and you know it's the best chocolate cake in the world until you go to Billy's house. And Billy's mom puts a 3-layer fudge chocolate cake on the table, and you say, what's that? That's chocolate cake. And he says, no, that's not chocolate cake. Chocolate cake looks like this. No, try this. And he tries this. Oh, Mom's chocolate cake sucks. This is chocolate cake. So the question to ask yourself about your business is, which cake is it? Do you focus on how good your cake is, or do you focus on how much better it could be? Do you look at yourself and say, we're doing great, or do you look at yourself and say, how much better could we be doing?